Well, good morning everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Hey, today we're going to do a little experiment. I'm going to do a little check on the Tacoma right back there behind me in the garage. By the way, it is a gorgeous day out here. Low 70s, sunny skies, the palm trees are smiling back there. It's awesome. But anyway, what I wanted to check, you know, the Tacoma, like every modern vehicle today, right, has the TPMS system in it, the tire pressure monitoring system. So what I wanted to do is check and see how accurate is that system, because if you're like me, unfortunately, you depend on that system. I mean, how often do you actually grab an old tire gauge, jump out and check the pressures in your tires? Probably never, unless that system kicks in, you get that little symbol in your dash that says that you have a problem. Then you might whip one of these things out and check to see if you really do have a problem, or you need to get to a gas station somewhere, put some gas in, and then probably use one of these, because I don't think I've ever been to a gas station where their gauge actually works. It never works. So it pays to have one of these with you. They cost like $1. I don't know. So I'm going to go around to each wheel, each tire, and we're going to record the pressures. We're going to see what they are right now, and then we're going to check. I'm going to take the truck out. We're going to get the system activated, because you know you got to roll for a couple minutes before those readings actually magically appear in your screen. And we're going to see if the Tacoma's TPMS system is accurate as compared to the old-fashioned gauge where you check them yourself. All right, let's start here on the front driver's side. See what this is. If I can get this on there the first time the right way. There. That looks to be about 32 and a half, almost 33. All right, let's hit the rear driver's side. Check that out. That one appears to be about the same, about dead on, about 32 and a half-ish. All right, let's go over here, passenger rear. This is on the passenger side of the vehicle. Check this one out. That one appears to be about the same, about 32 and a half. Well, at least we're consistent. All right, back here in the corner, more tight working environment here. Let's see where we're at on this one. That one is, let's see, appears almost exactly the same. Wow. So I've got consistently about 32 and a half pounds in each tire. So I've got all these written down. Now we're gonna run out and see if the TPMS system is accurate. Does it match the actual readings? Okay, you guys can see right now it registers nothing. So that means we have no tire pressure, right? Well, we know that's not true, right? So let's get out and roll a little bit and see what the readings are. Okay, that didn't take too long. Actually backed out of the garage, pulled forward about 20 feet, and we have readings. So let's see what we've got here. You guys can see we have 31 on the driver's front, 31 on the driver's rear, 32 on the right front, and 31 on the passenger rear. Now we're going to go for a little ride just to see if anything changes. And I know they're going to go up, but I mean in the short term, just a little bit, not very far, because obviously the longer you drive, the hotter the tires get and the higher the pressure rises. So let's do that. We'll come back here and check them out one more time. Okay, been out driving around for about 15-20 minutes or so. Obviously the tire pressures are going to be higher, so we're going to flip the screen, take a look. You guys can see right there though, we're sporting 16.6 miles per gallon, hypermiling in the Tacoma. All right, let's see here, what are we going to get? All right, we got 34s in the front and 33s in the back. Again, obviously it's going to be higher because we've been rolling. So we're going to pull back in the garage and take a look at what the tire pressures in here should be, and then look at the comparison between the gauge and the TPMS system, and see how much of a difference there really is. Okay, we are back, so we're going to take a look at the results. Real quick, little tip for you guys, little story. Recently, I had the wheels and tires replaced or changed on the Tacoma behind me here. And they put I had new TPMS sensors put in. And I drove away and they didn't work. And they didn't work for a while, so I actually went back and had them replaced because I thought they didn't work. To this day, I'm still not sure whether they would have or not, but it takes time, and it takes way more time than they suggest. I think they said you have to drive at some speed for so long, and I did that on the original set, and they still didn't work. But after I had the second set put in, I gave it a little bit longer, like a lot longer, and eventually the readings did pop up in the screen. So if you ever have to have your TPMS sensors replaced, just beware. You got to give it quite a while before those readings, if you have the display, will actually pop up in the screen. Just a little tip for you, don't panic. All right, so anyway, we're back. The results are, if you recall, with the gauge, the front driver's side was 32. The TPMS reading was 31. The passenger front was 32, and it was 32 on the system inside the Tacoma. Now the rear, the gauge was 32. This is the rear driver's side. The TPMS system was 31. The rear passenger side was also 32 and on the gauge, and the TPMS system read it at 31. Now, just for kicks, you really can't compare this to anything, but as driven, about 15-20 minutes, so the tires were warm. 34 in both fronts and 33 in both rears. Again, just some info, just for kicks. The tires do, of course, change in pressure when you drive the vehicle. So, what is the conclusion, I guess? Well, first of all, I'm pretty happy. The TPMS system seems to be about a pound or so off from the actual readings with the gauge, depending on which tire you look at. That's pretty good, close enough that I think you can rely on it. If you see more than probably a pound or two difference from what you've put in the tires or what the tires should read, then you might have some kind of an issue, or it could just be the atmosphere. You know, a sudden change in temperature will reduce your tire pressures. So real quick before we end, let's take a look. What does the manufacturer's label call for? What are these tires supposed to be running at? Let's take a quick peek inside here at the label. Right here you can see, as soon as we focus, right there, I should be running 29s according to the sticker inside the truck. Of course, that is based upon the OEM setup, which I'm currently not running, but pretty darn close. So I'd be comfortable running 29s. I'm a little higher. I might adjust it down just a little bit or leave a little bit in. So when we do have those changes in temperature and you know you're going to lose some tire pressure, it doesn't really make any difference. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Let me know, do you guys depend on the TPMS system, or do you actually get out there and gauge it every once in a while? And I do think it's still a good idea to get out there, put a gauge on the tires, you know, every couple months or something, just to make sure that everything is still correct. But kudos to Toyota. I am confident that their TPMS system is accurate, and I will continue to rely on that as my main method of checking tire pressures in the truck. Of course, should anything drop, I'll always whip out the old gauge and make sure that everything is still correct or copacetic. As usual, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.